The weave is broken. Those of might and magic are falling. Factions fly to fill the vacuum of power as the spell plague brings destruction across the Forgotten Realms. Two heroes meet in the abandoned ruins of the Sword Coast town of Leylon. Women skilled in sword and sorcery, upon whose shoulders rest the fate of the entire Forgotten Realms.
Wait. Is he talking about us?
I sure hope not, because that sounds like a lot of responsibility.
Oh, gods.
Hello and welcome to Best Left Forgotten, the deliberately uncanon and unofficial Forgotten Realms D&D actual play podcast. My name is Nathan Quadrio, and I'm your Dungeon Master.
My name is Miriam Feats, and I play Clarrybelle Trollbleeder, the Dwarven Barbarian Fighter.
Ooh!
Yeah. Work.
My name is Jess Wolfendale, and I play Flick Girlkind, the Gnome Druid.
In case you'd forgotten, Flick and Clarrybelle, along with Toby, Sabine, Sun, and Ray, stepped through Mordenkainen's portal and found themselves at Canton's Roadhouse in the Sword Mountains. They decided to journey north to Leylon to hide within the mines, and as they travelled were attacked by a large, floating, tentacled snail shell on its way to Neverwinter. When the party arrived at Leylon and reunited with Lambert and Cecil of the Lord's Alliance, they discovered that this was one of many such ships that had been making their way towards the city. The girls also discovered that Leylon had been renamed Hallwinter in honour of Sildar, and that Lambert and Cecil had both renounced their memberships of the Lord's Alliance. Heading to set up camp in the mines, Flick took some time to herself to read the Tome of Saloon, craft a fake hand, and reconnect with her mother, while Clarrybelle took charge of rallying their allies. Toby journeyed out in search of Callie, Cecil sent out for the Rockseeker brothers, Clarrybelle asked their old friend Woody the Minecart to find her fiancée Daisy, and she also began training with Sabine to hone her new fighting skills. Callie joined the girls in the mines and worked on making a supply of healing potions with Flick, while Gundren Rockseeker also arrived and was able to help Flick gain some control over the destructive magic of the spell plague. After 40 days of hiding in the mines, Woody finally returned, and while he hadn't reached Daisy, he had found a way for Clarrybelle to return to the home she left behind at the beginning of her journey. But only if they left immediately. Let's jump right in. You've heard the news. You are standing prepared. Clarrybelle, you have passed on the information of this availability to Flick. What are you going to do?
Everything okay?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Okay, we need to just maybe sit down for like 5 minutes so that I can explain some things. Okay.
This isn't another symphony thing, is it?
No.
Okay.
But it is a situation where I am keeping secrets again, but not from you, from my family.
Okay.
So they don't, they don't know that I'm engaged.
Oh.
Well, like some of them do, like two of my brothers, but so Daisy is a halfling blacksmith from the town nearby, and my dad is kind of really set on all of us like marrying people who are also dwarves that are from noble families, and Daisy's really not that. And so I kind of haven't told anybody that we're getting married, and the whole going out to defeat a troll was kind of me like getting leverage so that I could come back and be like, I killed a troll, so now I can marry Daisy. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I like your plan. That's great. We've done it. And if not, then I will fight your dad. That is fine.
Okay. I mean, my dad's kind of good at fighting, but also so are you. So maybe don't fight my dad straight away.
No, I will ask your permission to fight your dad.
I appreciate that.
We can come up with the dad fighting code word.
Dad fighter too. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, Woody says we kind of have to go like soon.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but your parents are here, and I don't want to make you leave them because I don't know
cool.
how many people will fit in the cart.
No. I think this is an us thing. We can do an us thing.
Okay.
And then they can come get us if, something bad starts happening. They can be our, Link.
Okay. Yeah.
Or Zelda.
Okay, then I guess we have to tell everybody we're leaving.
Yeah.
We got everybody here, and I don't want to be the one that's just kind of like, bye, but also I'm really holding on to the fact that you are so nonplussed about this that it seems like it's fine.
It is so fine. You go pack what you need, and I'll tell everyone we out, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. And Clarrybelle's going to go to wherever her things are and just have a panic attack.
Oh, no.
She's fine. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fine panic attack.
Yeah.
Flick, if you'd like to go with your friend, hi, it's me, Toby.
Yeah. I'm kind of used to it now. It's kind of comforting.
I'm glad. Then, why don't you go and support her and I can pass it on,
no
because it
worries.
sounds like it's pressing.
For sure.
I'll just pretend I didn't know all of the information. I imagine I wasn't supposed to be here for that.
It's fine. We trust you.
Well,
Just,
and I trust you.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. Tell my parents I'll be back soon, and I'm totally not abandoning them again. And I go off to Clarrybelle.
But Flick,
Yeah.
I understand it's a big thing, but maybe 48 hours. It's probably,
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to rush your wedding. I'm sure it's wonderful if that is what's happening, but
Yeah,
I mean, Woody will be available, surely. Send word.
Yes. Absolutely.
Travel
And
by minecart,
you
yeah.
too.
Yes, of course. So you finish packing and you head to Woody the minecart?
Yeah.
Dun,
Do you
dun,
not want to
dun.
say
What?
goodbye?
Sorry.
Do you not want to? Did you say goodbye to your parents?
Yep. All sorted. Come on, let's go. This is exciting.
Oh, okay. And Clarrybelle will trust Flick and get in the minecart.
Are you ready to go?
Yes, and thank you for asking.
Tally ho! So I believe last time I was talking to you, I was telling you about my children, and it was really... And you continue to travel, and I won't continue that joke. Head back to season 1, guys. And you travel through hearing all about his family, how well Shay is doing since the move, how well his children are growing. And you arrive at a small kind of entrance to the cave, leading out into sunlight.
Okay.
Take as much time as you need.
Yeah, I think Clarrybelle takes a minute to fix as much as she can what's probably happened with her hair and beard in the absolute rush of travel. I think she's very conscious about the fact that the dress she's wearing is like the last one she has left, is mostly in tatters. I think she's feeling a little bit insecure about the facade she's going to be walking in with, but I think she just takes a big deep breath and she's going to reach out for Flick's hand.
Do you want some help with that?
I mean, if you've got anything, I don't...
Yeah, I'm just going to druid craft some little like vine flowers to sort of like cover it and hold it all together a little bit. And then also like if you want, we can do some little hair and beard.
Yeah, Clarrybelle always has little bows and things in her beard. Yeah.
We're just going to, some very nice smelling flowers.
Oh. Clarrybelle tears up a little bit.
Hey, no crying yet. Come on.
Okay, it's going to be, I'm just going
You're
to
gonna
warn you right
dehydrate.
now, there's going to be a lot of crying today, I think.
Okay, I don't have great water today, but we'll keep some nearby, all right?
Okay. And Clarrybelle says thank you to Woody. Is he still here?
Anytime.
It means a lot that you did this.
Not a problem. Maybe once you get there, talk to your family about not closing off this entrance and you might need it more.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Thank you.
Not a problem.
And Clarabelle's going to walk out of the cave and see if she can get her bearings.
Okay, you step out of the cave and you realize that you are not necessarily at your estate.
Yeah.
You are kind of halfway between your estate and the town where Daisy lives, but a little bit closer to the estate.
Okay.
Blake, you have a high passive perception, don't you?
Sure.
The estate is kind of up towards the top of the mountain and the town is closer to the bottom. And so kind of halfway up the mountain, you can see a little figure kind of like huddled, moving hands or something. And to you, it looks like a goblin.
Hey, is that someone you know? And I point them out.
Can I see? I squint and I try and see.
Roll a perception check.
21.
Okay. You look and you confirm that it is absolutely a goblin and you think you might know them. It's difficult. It's difficult to tell from this distance, but you kind of like, because you've got a lot of goblin friends now. And you're like, I think I know who that is.
I think it's one of the goblins.
Oh.
I mean, the only goblins I know are the ones we met on the mountain. So I'm guessing it's probably...
And Bill.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and Bill. Yeah, we should probably go see what that's about.
Yeah, sure.
And I'll start climbing up to where they are.
Okay. You climb up towards the goblin, and as you approach, they turn around, and you identify that it is, in fact, Bill.
Oh my God. Bill from episode 1.
And Bill turns to look at... What? Claire, what are you doing here?
Hey, Bill.
Oh my gosh.
Happy.
Wild that he remembers our names.
He's looped back. You saw him when you went back and saw them at the keep near Old Owl Well.
Oh, great. Cool.
It wasn't mentioned, but he was like, he's come back.
We assure you.
this is either a crazy coincidence or you. This is my, and I point to where the estate is on top of the rise. This is my family's. I live here.
And he's holding a bone in his hand, and he's kind of got some stuff behind him. And he's like, oh, is that your family estate up there?
What's he got? Hey, give.
Yeah.
No, it's totally fine. And he's just kicking some stuff kind of behind him and trying to put some dust on some stuff.
I look around. What's he got?
Okay, you look.
He's been robbing us blind.
And there is a collection of bones with some loose meat on them and some small plates with the Trollbleeder crest on them.
Bill.
I mean, they weren't using them anymore. I mean,
I'm sorry. I'm a little frazzled. Does that mean something ominous, or does that just mean that we have lots?
And he just looks down at the bone in his hand.
like, oh no, I'm sure that some of them are fine.
And he kind of throws the bone off to the side.
Bill, be so specific right now.
I mean, we've been traveling the mountains for a while, and a goblin's got to eat.
Are there dwarves still living in the estate that are alive and fine?
I'm sure there are some of them somewhere. It's a big place.
Bill, great to see you. And I start running up the mountain.
Yeah, I'm running after Clarrybelle.
No, wait, no, I think, no, please, let me go.
And he's trying to chase you up the mountain as you're going.
I'm not going to stop him from chasing us. I'm just going to the estate.
Okay, so you run up the hill to the estate, and you're running.
All I could make a deal with God. I'm running up that hill.
Jess, you're bringing a wild energy today.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Sorry, I'll pull it back.
You're running up the hill, and you get to a line of trees, kind of just outside your estate, and there's kind of like the back gate.
Yep.
And the back gate, one of the gates is kind of like hanging loose and is open, and it's normally locked to avoid these kinds of situations.
The smart thing is to stop and investigate. Clarrybelle is barreling straight through.
No, really, I should go in there with you.
And as you walk through the gates, on either side of you, two figures leap out at you.
Okay.
And go, boo! And you turn to look to either side, and it's two of your brothers. It's Clary and Amos.
Oh! There's a second where Clarrybelle's genuinely haunches raised, and then she sees them, and whoever's on her left, she's just jumping on top of, and the biggest bear hug in the world.
Okay. They hug you back.
Yeah.
Is this a grapple situation? Should I be fighting these people?
It's about to be. How dare you? And I'm going to grab Clary's hair and pull it as hard as I can and turn it into a wrestle because I'm mad that they booed me.
So it sounds like Bill got you. He got you. You were totally sold.
How do you know Bill? What?
Oh, big stuff has been happening here. Look, we've been talking all over the place. And then Amos goes, did he get you? Did you really think that he'd eaten us? Did you really think the goblins had come? Right?
It was a possibility, Amos.
Right.
Okay.
Clary's, he's going to try to own it, but it was me. I said, you know what we need? Eating. It was just like, oh, just give him some plates. She'll love it. No. He's got to chow down.
Looking at it, yes, Bones, hilarious. You really stepped it up. And I punch him as hard as I can.
Okay. A big punch. He punches you back.
Yeah. And I think there's a little bit more tussling. And then I sort of take a step back and I go, oh, by the way, Flick, this is Amos and Clarence. They're my older brothers, but not my oldest brothers. This is Flick, who I met traveling.
Yes.
And has...
Flick Goldcon.
How do you know that?
Well, do you think that you've just been traveling around the world and you have... Daisy's been in contact with us. All the letters that she's been sending through, we've been hearing your news.
How is she? Is she okay?
Oh, she's fine. She's fine. What do you think? She can handle herself.
I know. I've been missing her, and there's been kind of a lot.
It certainly sounds like it from your letters.
And I think I just give both of them another big hug.
And they give you a big hug.
Okay.
And then you break the hug, and you find Bill is just holding onto your leg.
Isn't this a great time, guys? Family bonding.
Look, Bill, I gotta kind of tip my cap to you. That was one heck of a prank.
Well, I can't take it. All I had to do was eat some dwarf. Not my first time.
And I just look at Amos and Clarence. You didn't actually give him dwarf, right? You just told him it was dwarf, but it was...
No, of course it wasn't. Look, we tried to get Dad, but, we've always said he's big boned, but,
As funny as that would have been, I do appreciate you not killing Dad. How is Dad? Is he good? Everybody's
great. We're all partying down,
Okay. When I walk in there,
Yeah.
is it going to be a thing?
I would speak to Mum first.
Okay.
You know, I would let her do some of that lubrication work before you really, jump in.
Okay. So Daisy's been in contact with you. So do you, and I just kind of look down at the big,
Championship belt.
Championship belt around my waist. Do you know about that I did the thing? I killed the troll.
You killed the troll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Troll.
Yeah.
You knew Flick's name. I just kind of assumed you'd also got that news.
Well, no, she hasn't. We haven't read the letter. She hasn't been sending everything out to us.
Yeah, no, I did it.
What? I guess you got to go talk to Dad then, don't you?
Yeah. And I'll start heading towards the house.
Is this a come with you thing?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Please
Just
be
checking.
with me.
Checking in.
You walk through the estate. Clarrybelle, incredibly familiar to you.
Yes.
Flick.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like you thought you knew the situation. And then you're walking through and the first thing you see...
Well, no. The first thing I saw was them playing a prank saying that their family had been eaten
Yeah.
4 weeks after my whole island had been attacked by
Mind flayers.
Mind
mind flayers who'd been eating people's brains. So a little bit shocked, honestly.
There is almost as pride of place as you're walking through a massive, 6 meter wide trunk of a tree with a massive crack in the middle. And it's just, you're a druid and you're like, this tree is huge.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen a tree that was this big and this crack has been filled with silver.
Cool.
And then you kind of keep walking and throughout the beautifully tended grounds, there's lovely trees going on, but there's also these, maybe 10 or 12 foot crystalline statues of all of these different dwarves, and they all have the Trollbleeder name underneath them, and they've got birth date, death date, and then also the dates of troll killings.
Mhm.
And you're just walking along and there's this huge structures and these beautiful buildings and everything's so clean and there are stables and there's servants' quarters. It's just, it's almost like a whole town within the one estate.
Just shell-shocked, just following behind Clarrybelle, okay.
Clarrybelle's
this is fine.
definitely looking at the statues with a different, I think, glint in her eye than she's ever looked at them before. Because I think it's that moment of oh, I did this, and this is what this means.
So, what's been going on? I mean, you killed a troll, and
Yeah.
Has Daisy been keeping you up with what's going on here, or?
I haven't heard a thing from Daisy.
Oh, well, I guess the postal system to everywhere is different.
Yeah. And I guess we never did go back to Phandalin, which is where I sent the first letter from.
This is true.
So there could be letters there that I just never got. I gotta say, I am kind of slightly more worried about what you two have been getting up to than maybe what I have, because I know what's going down with me. You two could have done anything.
There's goblins involved now, so.
Yeah.
And Clary puts his hand on his heart and his hand up and is like, look, I'm a changed man. You've been gone a long time. I found somebody.
Oh, God.
What?
I mean, look, I don't want to spill the beans, but
You're settling down?
I mean, it's different, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, things are changing. And I'll walk into the house.
And you walk up to this enormous mansion, sprawling side to side. You can't see the other end. 4, 5 stories, beautifully intricate crystal stained glass windows throughout. Double doors, but so large that they're almost quadruple doors. And they just swing open as you approach. Mom's in the kitchen. She's been absolutely swept off her feet. You should head in there.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just so glad to see you two.
And we're glad to see you. Good luck. And Clary grabs you around the neck and gives you a noogie. Messes up your hair.
Just fix that, Clary.
Oh, well, that's all right.
And then I'll gesture to Flick to follow me into the kitchens.
Yeah, she looks just as terrible as always as they walk away.
So that's what brothers are like.
Yeah.
You hear a lot of voices as you head towards the kitchen.
Yep.
The doors are closed.
Yep.
You open them.
Yep.
And you are met with absolute chaos. Your mother,
Have they
looking
set me up again?
just as you left, she looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Bustling around the kitchen, stirring pots and pans, clearing things, setting stuff up for a kind of a big family meal, as well as 40 or 50 goblins who are moving around, lifting up plates, causing a ruckus, getting into the flour, and they're covered. It's just a huge mess.
It's a real Ratatouille situation.
It is. Mrs. Trollbleeder, is this it? Is this the cornflower or the self-raising? What's going on here? We're trying to make the cookies according to the recipe, but I can't find anything. Now, Creaky, I told you to put that down. Creaky, you are not making the cookies. You are not in charge, okay? Stop.
Hi, Mom.
Belle, and she sprints across and gives you a huge hug.
I hug her back so hard.
I'm like, how long? Why? When did?
Literally like 10 minutes ago. And I just point down to the belt that I'm wearing. I did it.
And your mom faints.
I catch her.
Oh my gosh, Mrs. Trollbleeder! Mrs. Trollbleeder!
I've got her. It's okay. It's okay.
Get the water! And four of them carry this bucket and splash her in the face, essentially waterboarding her. And she's like, oh!
That's okay. Enough. And I just kind of try and gesture the goblins as much back as I can.
Okay. And you hear some whispers just in the back of your head of some goblins that you don't recognize. And they're like, that's the Messiah. That's Madame Trollbleeder.
No. Yeah, I think I wince a little bit at that, but I'm mostly, Mom, are you okay? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have thrown that all on you at once.
No, that's all right. It's just it's a big shock. It's been a lot of years.
I know I've been away, and this is Flick.
Hello.
My best friend.
Hello. Oh, nice to meet you, Flick.
You too.
Was there for the troll killing.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Witness. Can confirm.
And
Nice.
and all the other things we kind of have done.
And you've been traveling together? Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe we should, Eric, clearing out. And all the goblins go, and then run away, like grabbing apples and grabbing as much food as they can and moving into a separate room.
So and I just gestured to the ball running away. When did that happen? When did they get here?
It's relatively recent, I have to say.
Yeah.
Maybe in the last 15 days, I think. A couple of
Okay.
weeks. They arrived. It was a couple, there were two.
Sticky and Icky?
Yeah, that was them. And Sticky and Icky. And they were saying they had some connection to you and they had met you before.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
And that you were kind of a little bit of a leader for them and kind of a strong figure.
That's a way to put it. Yeah.
And they said that they expected you to come back home at some point and that they would, if we had the place, then they would stay here. And, they seemed so helpless and little. And I said yes. And
that was my instinct too. Good to know we're on the same page.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize that, it was such a large family.
There's a lot of them.
And look, the hearts of gold. But, a lot of energy they're bringing. But anyway, look, can we speak freely with
yeah, of course. Anything you can say to me, you can say to Flick.
And she closes the doors.
Yeah.
I since you've been gone, there's been some talk, and I
Okay. About?
I mean, I heard about your friend. Is this your?
No. So
No.
Flick is best friend. You've heard about Daisy.
Daisy? Oh, okay.
She's she's one of the blacksmiths down in town.
Oh,
She's a halfling.
oh, really? Oh, wow.
She's
so
great.
I might know her.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't go into the blacksmith much, but okay. I'm sorry, Flick, for that confusion.
All good.
I knew
It
that it
happens
was
a surprising amount.
Same thing happened with my parents.
Well, lovely. Lovely to meet you, Flick.
You too.
And I'm sorry that you're not, with
me too. Yeah.
Fair enough. So Daisy. I mean, look, I heard that there was, a little bit of, romance in the air, and that there might have been some concerns.
We're engaged, to be married.
Okay.
And
All right.
I just kind of assumed that Daddy wouldn't be happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've been. Okay. Okay.
And I told Clarence and Amos and told them not to tell anybody.
Okay, well, you know that you can't trust Clary and Amos,
Yeah.
okay? And they're the ones who told me, but...
Yeah, that tracks.
But they definitely omitted the engaged part. They said that you had somebody down, that you were with and that you knew, and there was kind of a relationship that was a little bit, different if you were keeping it a secret. I've been trying to be put in a good word with Daddy, trying to make that work, but I think that engagement's a big jump here.
Well, So in my head,
Yeah.
if I killed the troll,
Mhm.
maybe I could use that as like a, hey, Daddy, look at the great thing I did. Also, let me marry Daisy.
Honey,
Solid.
Good instinct, bad instinct. Probably should have asked that question before I went on the quest.
I've been married to your father for many, many centuries, and, he's not one to change easily.
Yeah.
You remember when we got those new spoons?
Oh, God.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh. Right? He's been eating with that old battered spoon even since you left. I told him I wanted a matching set, but you know what he's like. This is not something you can spring on him. But look, you can always give it a go. I mean, he's bound to come around eventually.
Yeah. Okay.
He's wearing new overalls.
Oh, well, that's a step.
I know. I told him he couldn't go to town showing off all that skin.
Speaking of, I maybe need to change my dress before I see Daddy.
Well, we left your room just as you had it.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, we've had people keeping them clean and pressed. Clean and pressed. Everything's up there ready to go.
Good. Okay. I just give her a big hug again.
Well, it's just so great to see you. You get yourself freshened up.
Yeah,
And look, you're the Trollbleeder now.
I am.
You're not just loosey-goosey up in the air. You are the real deal.
I am.
Not even he can say that. So technically,
I know.
according to the legacy, you tell him what to do. Now, don't tell him I said that. Right? Don't tell him I said that.
Actually do that.
Right? Otherwise, I'm going to have to sleep in the second master bedroom. Oh, my gosh. Too cold. Too cold for me.
Oh,
Flick,
the
you know what
draft
I'm
in
talking
there is
about.
terrible.
I know. But yeah, well, we can work on it. And then, we can bring Daisy along.
Okay, well,
Maybe like a little missing context is that we have 48 hours before we have to leave to go save the world.
Okay. I got a lot of, this seems like there's a lot of fat to chew here.
oh, yeah, we're also going to need, so our friend who's a minecart, kind of like, there was like a cave that you had sealed off on the property or near it, and he had kind of opened it, and we're going to need Daddy to kind of keep that open.
A lot of fat to chew. I will talk to Annie, and I will make sure that she passes that on
Okay.
to security. You go get yourself cleaned up. There's a couple of free rooms up there. I'm sure Clarrybelle knows where they are. A Flick, she can send you to one if you want to get cleaned up as well. And, I'll get my friends in here to finish, and we'll have some victuals.
I love you, Mama, and I give her a big kiss on the cheek.
Love
and
you
then
too, Belle.
We head up to my room. So, this is home.
Yeah. And it's just you guys who live here?
I mean, there's the staff.
Okay.
And now a heap of goblins.
Cool. No,
I'm sorry, are you mad at
What?
me right now?
No, not even kind of.
Okay.
Little bit overwhelmed, but I'm good. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
not mad at you.
Okay, good. There's a lot of I need a clean dress, and I'm just going to go to my wardrobe and try and find something to wear.
Beautiful. She flings open all three dresses. And you see maybe like 70 to 80 different beautifully laced, brocaded dresses of silk, dresses of cotton, separated out by color and fabric.
So far, this is the least surprising thing.
Yeah.
I've seen what you've traveled
seen my
with.
travel
I'm like,
wardrobe.
Okay. Yeah, no, this makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's along one wall, as
Yeah.
opposed to the shoes and the jewelry, which is in dresses on the other side of the wall.
Very Princess Diaries too.
Oh,
Absolutely.
absolutely. And I think I'm going to pull out something blue.
Okay. You pull out something
Yeah.
blue. You get yourself all gussied up. You do what you need to do.
I turn to Flick. Okay, so I don't have a lot of things that aren't dresses, but I mean, if you wanted a change of clothes, I'm sure I could find something that maybe fits you.
I look down at the same pair of clothes I've been wearing this entire adventure.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think
No. Okay, no. I don't mean that you can't wear those.
No, I get it.
No. I love how you dress and I love your clothes. It's
if you
just
think
Speaks volumes.
I just
it's
I wore the same dress for like 40 days now, but
Yeah.
I wore it for 2 and I was ready to like tear my beard out. So I wanted, if you want something clean or that was what that was. You look fine.
No, I know. I didn't. That's no. If you've got something you think would suit me,
I think
I'm willing to give it a go.
I like rummage in the very back of like a dresser for like a pair of like super old overalls that I would have had probably sort of teens into early 20s that were entirely for mucking around in.
I'm just imagining Sound of Music, like play suits. Just like.
Oh, but it's entirely like also made of very expensive fabric
Yeah.
and I've like embroidered on it everywhere and it's, yeah.
Cute.
This is the closest thing that I think I have to what you normally wear.
Thanks.
I wouldn't put you in. I mean, I know you're probably not a big silk petticoat person. Unless you want to be, in which case I can get you a dress.
All good. This looks wonderful. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for being here.
Of course.
My daddy's probably going to be really mad at me.
What's our dad fighting word?
Did we come up with one?
No.
No. Banana?
For Morty? Or
Is the first word that came into my mind.
Yeah,
We can pick a different one.
No, that's fine. That works. All right.
Okay.
Non-lethal dad fighting, okay?
Okay.
Banana split is lethal dad fighting. Yeah.
You all get dressed up
Yeah.
in your beautiful gowns and overalls.
Yep.
Yep.
You ready to head down?
Yeah. I had to find my dad.
Beautiful. As you head downstairs, the house is set up kind of with symmetrical staircases because it's so large. And often kind of as you're coming down them, you can see the opposite staircase. And as you're walking down, you're kind of heading down and you're going, okay, I've got to find my dad.
Yeah.
You hear booming from across the opposite staircase.
Clarrybelle Trollbleeder, as I live and breathe.
I can't.
And it's, you look across to see Beaumont
Yeah.
Trollbleeder, this enormous barrel-chested, hugely muscled, like just a boulder of a man.
Yeah.
Clarrybelle's father.
Hi, Daddy.
I'm coming around to meet you. Let's go.
And he climbs up the stairs,
Yeah.
and you can hear echoing throughout the house as he's running through the halls in order to meet you.
Yeah. I'll run to meet him. I am happy to see my dad.
He grabs you into a massive bear hug and swings you around. And it's been a long time and you fought a lot of things.
Yeah.
But you forgot how large your dad is, specifically
Yeah.
for a dwarf. Even though you're a tall dwarf, just
Yeah.
his physical bulk is almost human-like.
I squeeze him real tight back. And I think I try a little bit because my strength is 21 now,
Yeah.
which is a lot higher than it was when I left. And I think I try a little bit to kind of like squeeze back in a way that shows that I'm also stronger.
He breaks the hug and gives you a slap on the arm. It's a strong one you got there.
Courtesy of, and I gestured to the belt that I'm wearing.
That's a wonderful belt you have there. How long have you been here?
Home, like at 20 minutes.
You've been here 20 minutes. You didn't come straight see me.
My dress was in tatters, Daddy. I wanted to look okay.
Oh, you've been talking to your mama. I'm sure you've been talking to your mama. You
Yeah,
come here.
yes.
And he wraps his hand around you and starts to lead you up to his office.
Okay.
Leaving Flick
No,
behind.
I reached to grab Flick's
Don't
hand
worry.
and
I'm
drag her
following.
too.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about me. I'm following.
Yeah.
So you've been traveling all this time? You run away
Yeah.
like that?
Well, I
Disappear off? Nobody knows where you're going?
I told Amos and Clarence.
Oh, yeah, no, you know they don't tell daddy nothing.
And I kind of told Tallulah. We had a bit of a fight about it.
Oh, you know what she's like. She's gone off all her brains all dazzled, you know?
Okay. It's good to see you, Daddy.
Good to see you too. Flick.
Hello.
As you're kind of crossing, you hear from a doorway, psst. Psst.
I turn and look, but I'm not stopping yet. I'm like, what's happening?
Okay, there's a goblin. It's Bill. And he's indicating for you to come over to him.
I'm gesturing back like, what? Why?
And he puts his hand together in like a signal of prayer, like, please.
Like, I gesture to the dad and I make fighting fists. Like, I'm on dad fight protocol.
Yeah, us too. Come on. And he closes the door.
I don't want to leave Clarrybelle.
Miriam is fine with you taking Nathan's bait.
But also, you don't have to. If you want to miss out on this juicy, juicy stuff I
Of course I
created,
want to do it.
all this hot goss, backstory goodness,
Jump right
plot
in there,
threads,
Jess.
secrets, gossip, whispers.
Yeah, I think I very quickly just like tap Clarrybelle on the back of her leg and just sort of like, you go, I'll be there soon. Like hand gesture.
I nod as subtly as I can.
And I slip in.
Okay. As Clarrybelle moves away with her father towards the officers, Flick, you slip in.
As I go in, I'm already saying, like, what was so important?
Flicky, we didn't know who else. We knew you were coming back, and we didn't know who else to tell.
Right?
We don't know if Clarrybelle's involved in all of this.
Okay, what are you talking about?
Look, we've been staying here for, a few days, and they've been very kind to us. They've been very, very friendly. But, we've been keeping an eye on some things, and we've noticed some stuff that doesn't add up.
Okay, go ahead.
You're right to walk with me. Can you?
Yeah. Come on,
okay.
Be quick though. I'm the dad fighter.
You're the dad fighter. Well, I think we might need it.
Okay.
It's Sticky. We'll meet us there.
Thank God.
Bill brings you downstairs.
What about Icky? We still have Icky, right?
Oh, Icky's busy doing some other
Okay,
stuff.
but they exist. Like,
yes, Icky
okay,
still
good,
exists.
great.
But Icky's got their head in other places right now.
Okay.
And you continue to walk down and takes you outside and takes you to a barn that is nearby that has the Trollbleeder name on it. And you gather this is kind of more about the business side of what they do because they run a business out of the home as well.
I mean, look, we've just been, house guests and we've been happy to eat and all that kind of thing. But, it's hard for us goblins to kind of break our need to find things and, kind of make sure that a goblin's got to look out for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some of us had a little look-see around to see if there was anything that we could maybe use to make ourselves a little more comfortable. We can't stay here forever. I think we've already overstayed our welcome. Mm-hmm. And we ended up looking in here and they make crystal, right?
Sure.
Right, and they sell it to people, and
And he kind of pulls out some lockpicks, and with his awkwardly with his 3 fingers, he kind of unlocks the door, swings it open.
Come inside.
Okay.
And he looks around and closes it.
Sticky, you here? Yeah, I'm here.
And they go and lock the door behind them.
Okay, I've got Flicky. Let's light it up.
And Sticky lights a torch, lighting up the entire warehouse barn. And lining the walls are hundreds and hundreds of glass crystal orbs sitting there that you immediately recognize the shape and the size throughout your adventures. And we cut back to Clarrybelle.
Yeah.
So what you been up to, hey?
Well, I guess I've got some good news, Daddy.
Oh, I'd like to hear good news. You know that about me. But now you've made it to the
Yeah.
Office and he's sat
Yeah.
you down and he's
Yeah.
he's pouring himself a drink, pouring you a small one.
I killed a troll.
Well, Clarrybelle Trollbleeder.
That's right.
You killed what? Tell me everything. You tell me that story.
And he sits down and he takes the drink in one mouthful, downs it like a shot,
Yes.
and he pulls out a plate of blood sausage, black pudding, unhinges his jaw.
The Trollbleeder trait.
Yeah. Okay, so we were kind of on a different quest to Candlekeep for the wizard Mordenkainen, and we found a book about trolls, and there was a portal in it, and we fell through, and then we found a community of trolls, and they were having a fighting arena thing, and I went in the arena up against the big, nastiest one that had won before, and I killed him. And they gave me this championship belt, and they gave me, some money. Pretty much after that, we then fell back through the portal in the book, and we kind of got distracted with the spell plague and a succubus, and I'm back.
A troll through a portal, hey?
Yeah.
And he goes down and he pulls out a book, and you notice that it's your great-great-grandfather's Obadiah's, the original Trollbleeder's book, and he starts to flick through it.
Oh, Belle, I'm sorry, but through a portal doesn't count. It's got to be on this plane.
What? But I killed a troll, Daddy.
Well, I'm sure, but how do we not know it was some kind of extra planar troll, kind of easier than a normal troll? It's got to be. And look, you're going to need some evidence. Otherwise, anybody could say they killed a troll.
I mean, I have this, and I'll pull out, the troll group that I scooped. It kind of fell into goop when I killed it, which is the thing that they do. I know that for sure. And, I mean, you can get it tested, Daddy. It's legitimate. It's the real thing.
Clarrybelle, I mean, this could be any animal goop.
Why don't you believe me, Daddy?
That
No, there's no rule about extra plates of trolls. I got it, didn't I? And he stands up.
I hate this family.
I love this family. This is how I wrote them.
And he wraps his arm around you, gives you a massive noogie.
Yeah.
You're a Trollbleeder, girl. My baby's a Trollbleeder.
I think Clarrybelle's actually is crying a little bit from the stress, but is also just laughing almost hysterically in sheer relief.
Yes.
That was
Taking off the glasses, overwhelmed.
I'm so mad I'm not here to fight this father.
That was a good one, Daddy. That was a good one. Maybe and I think Clarrybelle does start to just sob. Maybe next time just okay, I need to sit.
That's all right, get it together. And he slaps you on the back.
Yeah.
Something that would normally have knocked you to the ground, but now with your 21 strength,
Yeah.
you kind of don't even notice it.
Yeah.
But you do see him kind of go, oh.
Ta-da.
Ta-da! Well, that's exciting. Well, we'll need a celebration. We have to talk to your mom. We have to get the servants going. We have to get a meal. It's happening tonight. Let's do it.
Yeah, we will.
We don't just stand there gawking, girl. You got something to say, you tell me. You're a Trollbleeder now.
I am, Daddy. And as a Trollbleeder, I have some pretty exciting news. I'm engaged to be married, Daddy.
Engaged to be married?
Yeah.
Well, how does this happen? You come in here, you
Well,
tell me...
I fall in love and I ask someone to marry me and they say yes. That's generally how it happens, Daddy.
And you're closing with that instead of opening with that? I mean, Trollbleeder is great, but you're getting married?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you travel around. I'm sure you're meeting some fine young people.
Well, I didn't meet
Some
her.
strong dwarven folk.
Well, I didn't meet her while I was traveling, Daddy. I kind of So this is the bit where I need you to just remember that I killed a troll. I met her in the town. You might know her. Her name's Daisy. Green Bottle. She's the blacksmith. One of the blacksmiths.
The blacksmith?
The halfling. The prettiest person that's ever lived in the world ever. She's kind of hard to miss, in my opinion.
Well, you met her here.
Yeah. Kind of maybe before I left.
And have you seen her since you got back?
Well, no, I came here first, Daddy. I wanted to tell you that I killed the troll.
So you've been engaged the whole time?
Oh.
You were engaged when you ran away?
Yes, that would be the case. Yeah. Yep.
He sits down. Another plate of English breakfast. So what like, is this, does everybody else know except for me?
No. I mean, okay, so Amos and Clary know, but they're Amos and Claire. I kind of tell them everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then so Daddy, they told Mom, not me. Mom had to pull it out of me because they'd already told her. And
Your
then
mama knows?
I only just told her that I was engaged when I got here 20 minutes ago. She didn't have time to come tell you yet, Daddy. I
And
wanted
he
to.
stands up and walks past you.
No, you can't. No, it's not Mama's fault.
He opens the door and he's gone. And as he walks to
Yeah.
your mother, we're going to cut back.
Yep.
I mean, we're onto something, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right, like this is Clark.
Yeah. How did this get to Clark?
Well, he had,
He had like pillars of this stuff. We never really dove into that. How did glass pillars get into a cave, my guy?
I mean, I don't really. I don't know. Like, we were just there. We didn't even know either. I think that it was like we found it. Like Clark just was looking and it was there already.
Okay.
But like, is Clarrybelle like? Are they the spell plague people?
Okay, yeah, like probably not, right? Like, I'm going to take a closer look at the orbs. Do any of them have magic in them?
No, they don't look like they have magic in them at this time.
You know, maybe they've got some dealings with some shady people, but like they're just making the merchandise that someone else is turning into the bad stuff.
I mean, but they're a cog in a wheel, right?
Like, okay, right. But like, so are you because you were with Clark when he got spell plagued.
I mean, we're still the bottom of the ladder. Like,
Yeah.
we're a bottom rung.
I feel like this is pretty low as well on the pyramid.
Yeah, but I think that if Flicky, we've all seen the house, right? Right? They make the choices here.
Okay.
You know, you and I, we're not choosing the deals.
Okay.
I'm not blaming the servants or the people who work in the factory to make the crystal.
Yeah. Okay.
But that big guy, I mean, he's pretty scary.
This is okay. Yeah.
And you gotta think, like, where does his money come from? Maybe the spell plague.
I I feel like
Was
maybe-
Clark paying for all of this? Because let me tell you, my wages were not representing the value of the company.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's definitely something you could pursue.
Clark is dad flicky.
Okay, yeah, right.
And that seems a little distasteful.
Look, I'm going through a lot, all right? Okay. Yeah, let me follow up on this.
See, I knew she'd know what to do.
You got it. Yeah, I grab an orb and chuck it in my pocket for later. How many, roughly?
I mean, maybe 600 or 700 orbs.
Okay. Let's go and make sure no one knows we were in here.
They snuff the torch and they head out.
Cool.
And we jump back into the mansion.
Yeah.
Ruth! You hear that Beaumont meets with Ruth in the kitchen.
Has anyone like poked their head out of a door during this disturbance?
It's entirely possible. Are you paying attention to that? Or are you
Yeah,
rushing
I think
down?
I'm kind of looking around. Like, I haven't seen everybody yet.
Hi, as always.
Hi.
As you walk down, all of the Trollbleeder heads poke themselves out. Obadiah, your
Yep.
eldest brother. Annie, the business lady who runs the estate.
Yep.
And Tallulah, who, as you see, as I'm sure you're just rushing down to kind of
Yeah.
work with your mum and dad,
Yep.
heavily pregnant, steps out. What's going on here? What?
Tallulah, you're hi.
Belle? Hi.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I should have known that Daddy yelling would have been you coming back.
Yep.
Well, you better go sort that out. I'm not walking down any more stairs today. And she turns around and goes back into her room and closes the door.
Yeah. I think I make fleeting eye contact with Obadiah and Annie and just kind of wave.
Just wide-eyed stares.
I'll catch you later, and then I'll run off to Dad.
Okay, you run down and you meet your parents in the kitchen. My daughter's been engaged for 2 years.
Daddy, she didn't know.
She does now.
Well, but you shouldn't be yelling at her. You should be yelling at me. I'm the one who did the thing that you don't like.
Well, all right then. My daughter's been married for 2 years and she didn't even tell me.
I'm not married. I'm engaged.
You're engaged? For 2 years? What is it, 2 years of engagement is practically married?
I haven't been here, Daddy.
Well, I'm sure. Well, I mean, and she hasn't been here either. Who is this lady? Daisy.
Daisy,
A
she's
blacksmith down in town. Wow, she's been looking me in the eye all these 2 years and she hasn't said nothing.
I'm disappointed in you, Daddy.
Ooh, get him.
Boom!
Get him.
How dare you? I love her. She is the best woman that I've ever met, excluding Flick. There's best friend engaged.
Flynn, there are more here?
Yeah, Flick's somewhere. I think she's catching up with the goblins.
Are you engaged to her as well?
No, Daddy, she's my best friend. I'm gonna go down to the town. Well, I'm going to find Flick. I'm going to go down to the town and I'm going to see Daisy. And then I'm going to bring her here for dinner and you're going to behave. Because I'm home and I'm happy that I'm home. And you should be happy about that too.
And Bo, remember, she's a Trollbleeder. Now, Ruth, you sit down.
Daddy, stop it. Mom will sit down when she wants to.
And he pulls out a pint of English breakfast.
This is my favorite bit.
Okay.
Rule of threes. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. He pulls out a plate of English breakfast. Down in like a shot.
And I'm going to go find Flick.
Okay.
And I head off. I don't know where Flick is. I think I'm just going to start walking through the halls and calling Flick's name.
Okay.
Who cares?
As you turn around and you walk out the door, you hear your mother turn to your dad and say, well, now you sit down.
Yeah, get him.
Yes.
And you're calling out,
Flick, where are you?
Flick appears out of the shadows. She's like, hey,
Oh gosh, hi.
you okay? What's happening? I'm sorry I wasn't there for dad fight.
Oh, well, I think I just fought my daddy.
Heck yeah.
I kind of told him that he just had to deal with everything,
Excellent.
and that I'm going out of the town, and we're getting Daisy, and she's coming back here for dinner, and he's just going to have to cope.
Awesome. How are you feeling about dealing with something else on top of that? Because it can wait, but it's pretty big. I'm happy to keep this secret so that you can process at a later time, but you should know that I'm keeping it secret, yeah?
Okay. I really just want to see Daisy. Maybe
Absolutely.
can we go down and you can meet her, and then after that, and I've just had like 5 minutes to breathe.
Absolutely.
You can tell me, and then we'll have dinner.
All good.
Okay. And I am heading down to the town.
You head down to the town, and right on the edge of the town,
Yep.
you see the blacksmith, Green Bottle Blacksmith, where Daisy works. What do?
I take a minute to just breathe. I think about the first time that I met her in this same place. I turn to Flick. So, this is kind of the most important person in my life, and okay, not to put any pressure on anything, but you'll like each other. What am I saying? You'll like each other. It's gonna be fine. Just
Do you want a moment alone first?
maybe like 2 minutes.
I'll wait
and then,
out here.
Yeah,
You can get me.
Okay.
You got this. I cast guidance on you.
Thank you. And I'll do one more primp. I think the hair is a lost cause with the amount of noogies that I've received at this point.
You look great. Stop it.
Okay. Okay.
Don't overthink it.
Yep. And I march forward.
And as you head in, you see a halfling woman working at the forge with a blazing blade in front of her, slamming down her very tan skin, muscle showing, short, black, curly hair. What do you do? What do you say to your fiance?
Guess who? Oh, no, that was terrible. I should have known that. I'm so sorry.
I thought you were going to go for hi, honey, I'm home. So that was pretty good.
And Clarrybelle says that whole thing and is just standing there, like, covering her eyes, looking mortified.
Daisy looks around and sees you and throws the burning hot sword that she's working on onto the ground and runs to you and grabs you and holds you.
I hold her right back.
In the tightest squeeze, a squeeze not quite as tight as you remember because you now have 21 strength.
I think I'm being very careful with how hard I'm squeezing Daisy.
And she loosens up and she grabs you by the face and she plants a big kiss straight on the lips.
Big old kiss back. I'm home.
Clarrybelle,
I'm so sorry it took so long. A lot of other things happened and I kind of had to get strong enough, and I love you.
I love you. And she gives you another big hug. Look at you. You're amazing. You're strong and...
Yeah, it's, I kind of, this belt kind of gives me like a little boop. I got it when I killed the troll. I did it.
Killed the troll?
Yeah. And...
You're beautiful and strong. And she places a strong, calloused hand on your cheek.
I mean, so are you. You've sorry, I'm a little flustered. I haven't seen you for a very long time. I give her another kiss.
And it's held.
Yep.
And it's held. She just doesn't want to let it stop.
I think I break it after getting my kisses in. I know I was gone for a long time, and I'm sorry about that. But I'm home, and I told Daddy.
Oh.
And I kind of told him that he just had to deal with it. And
how did he take that?
Well, he yelled at Mom for a bit, and then I told him off for that too. And I think I discovered something today. I think maybe he's not as scary as I thought he was.
She places her hands back on your shoulders. Honey, I think you discovered something we all already knew.
Okay. I deserve that. Oh, you need to. And I just like grab Daisy by the hand and drag her out onto the street to where Flick is.
I'm just like, after, 5 minutes of kissing noises, I moved away a little bit. Just like, oh, this is
Checking
getting
out
awkward.
some other wares.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is nice, some tchotchkes.
Just gonna browse.
Yeah.
Just browsing, thank
A
you.
bookstore.
Flick. Oh, hey. Flick, this is Daisy. Daisy, this is Flick. This is
Flick.
Hello. The friend that I told you about in the letters. Did you get the letters?
Did you get my letters?
No.
Oh, I was sent them through. What do you say? You a fan darling down there?
Yeah, okay, that's on me. We had to leave Fandolin, and then we didn't really get to go back.
Okay. There was a lot happening in your letters.
Yeah.
But you're here now, and we can talk all about Flick.
Hey.
And she gives you a massive hug.
I hug her back.
And you feel the crushing embrace of an incredibly strong blacksmith. And she releases you. I guess we're like sisters-in-law.
Yeah.
That works. I like that a lot.
I'm open to it.
That's a neat hand you got there.
Yeah, it's pretty basic, but it does the job.
I'd be happy to, have a go
God,
at making this something a
please.
little bit more.
Yeah, no, it's a spell that I just learned. So I forgot how many fingers were supposed to go on it. It's my 5th attempt, and then I really just gave up. But it's hiding an imperfection, let's say. So we can talk. Let's
Talk, absolutely.
yeah.
But I think we got bigger things. I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what I'm hearing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, see, I like her. I like her already.
I thought I liked her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have a lot. Can we, I know you're working. Can we just sit?
And she turns around and she flips the sign to close and she walks in and she powers down the floor.
She presses the off button.
And she does whatever work needs to be done to turn off a blacksmith. Don't at me.
Don't at me, blacksmiths.
Can we all just maybe sit and I'd really like to tell you everything that's happened.
Why don't you sit while I work? Because I imagine
Okay.
that this process takes much longer than I think.
And I think, for brevity's sake, I think Clarrybelle...
In case you'd forgotten.
Yeah.
Clarrybelle holds absolutely nothing back. This is her person. There's no detail omitted. I think it's a very long, rambling conversation of me. I think the only thing I hold back is personal stuff about Flick that Clarrybelle would leave to fill in. I don't think I mentioned that your hand is specifically a tentacle. I don't think I mentioned the specifics of what went down on your island.
Yeah.
I think everything with Flick is general. Everything about Clarrybelle is just exactly what happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
You really lived out there.
I mean, kind of. I mean, I think maybe the world might be ending and that it's my fault. But, I mean, if you count that as living, then...
I think you should go up there and you should tell your daddy all of that. Because if you can, stand up to a dragon and meet, the Lady of the Lord's Alliance and do all that, then what's he got to say about it?
Nothing.
Oh, Flick, you had something.
Yeah. Are you sure? Now? It can wait till tomorrow.
You said it was important.
Oh, yeah. But
Well, then,
what is it?
Well, then you should tell me.
Okay. Does your family business, right?
Yeah, the crystal glasses and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
How much have you catered throughout the years to soothsayers and future readers with crystal balls?
I don't know. Annie does that.
Okay. And I just take the orb out of my pocket. I'm like, look familiar a little bit, maybe.
What?
So there's a shed full of these.
At my house?
Yeah. Goblins found it.
How?
They don't have magic in them or anything, so it's not spell plague, but they look the same as the ones that did.
Can I'm going to take it, and I think I don't know how much Clarrybelle knows about Crystal because I don't think she has been involved in the business really at all, but I think she's looking for, is this the same thing?
I mean, I think that it's really a question of how much how much denial is Clarrybelle going to be in?
I think she's stuck because I think her initial reaction is that can't be true. But I think she trusts Flick absolutely implicitly and Flick would not lie to her. So I think she's absolutely just stuck in the middle of that sensation right now. And so because of that is looking at the crystal for it to give her answers. Just provide an answer because the world has stopped making sense in the last 30 seconds.
It's not like they're succubuses or anything, but
I don't understand.
Well, it's like an orb, like the spell orbs.
Annie wouldn't do this.
But maybe would Annie not just accept orders for a round orb? It's not necessarily nefarious, right?
These hurt people, Flick. These hurt us. These hurt you.
But that's things that people put into them, It's just glass.
I need to. Okay, we're gonna go talk to Annie, and it's not gonna be that. It's gonna be that they're for soothsayers, like you said. It's gonna be okay. And I think I turned to Daisy. I haven't seen you for 2 years, and I know you haven't met my family, but I don't really want to be not around you right now. So if you're happy to just kind of be with me and I'll introduce you as we go. And if that's too much, you can say, but we need to deal with this, but I also don't want to stop looking at you forever.
I'm here, whatever you need. I'm yours, Clarrybelle.
I'll give her another kiss.
Okay.
It's been 2 years.
I mean, it's been 5 minutes, but
Annie's at the house. We can.
Mhm.
And I give actually, you know what? I'm going to put it in my bag.
Okay.
Yeah. She's my sister, Flick.
okay, cool. That was some missing context for sure.
I mean, we kind of drifted apart after she started running the estate business, but like we used to be really close, and she kind of, I mean, a lot of the reason that I'm like I am is because of her, and
No matter what it is, we'll fix it, okay?
okay,
It's going to be fun.
thank you for being here. I can't say that enough.
It's all good. I'm taking that as read at this point.
Okay. And Clarrybelle's going to start heading back to the house.
You head up to your family home.
Yep.
With your fiance for the first time.
Yeah.
And your best friend.
Yep.
And you've just discovered that the spell plague orbs at the heart of all this potentially have been made by your very own family.
Yeah.
Are you heading straight in?
In the backstory that the audience doesn't know, the Trollbleeder, like the youngest generation, were all kind of pranksters, and we got up to a lot of escapades and did a lot of funny business. And I think there's probably a way that we used to sneak back in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what Clarrybelle would like to use so that she can get to Annie without notifying her parents that she's back home.
So it's an old building. There's kind of a tunnel that leads through up into kind of a cellar that leads up into something else, and you make your way through. And you make your way to Annie's room.
Mm-hmm. We're sisters. I don't need to knock. I walk straight in.
Okay. You walk in, and the room is empty.
Annie?
There's nobody there.
I go to, I think Obadiah's the safer option. I'm going to go to Obadiah's room. I'm just charging through the house.
All right.
Slam open the door again, not knocking.
Beautiful. Empty. The house is quiet. No goblins. No servants.
I think I start to get a little bit that I don't love this tickle on the back of my neck. And I'm going to just run down to sort of like the parlor and the main rooms and just start just trying to find somebody.
Okay. You run down into the main room, and sitting at a long table where you had all your childhood meals is your entire family. Beaumont at the head of the table, Ruth next to him, all of the siblings, the husbands and wives and children. Clarrybelle, I think it's time that we cleared the air here. Daisy, it's lovely to meet you. Let's take a seat.
Oh, okay. And I sit?
I think you should start from the beginning.
A very good place to start.
And that's where we're going to call the session. You've been listening to Best Left Forgotten. You can find and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Best Left Podcast and on our Best Left Forgotten Facebook page, where we post updates, info, and additional content. Music by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. Full song list and additional artists can be found in the episode description. Cover art by Cattywampus, who can be found on Fiverr. Thanks to Jess Wolfendow, our editor, Miriam Feats, our social media manager, and Nathan Quadrio, our GM and producer. If you enjoyed our podcast today, please leave a review and tell your friends.